Fewa Lake lies in the heart of Pokhara. It is calm, quiet, and full of beauty. The lake reflects the tall Himalayan mountains, especially the famous Makhaputra, the fishtail mountain. This mountain is sacred and peaceful. The lake below it is just as special. Colorful boats float gently on the water. Birds fly overhead. The wind is soft. The air smells fresh. People come here to relax, enjoy nature, and spend time with loved ones. It is a peaceful place where many find happiness. But for many people, especially those with disabilities, this beautiful lake was not easy to enjoy. It was hard to reach. It was not made for everyone. To get to the boats, visitors had to walk down steep and narrow stairs. The paths were rocky and uneven. It was dangerous for people who use wheelchairs, walkers, or crutches. Even elderly people or those with injuries found it hard to walk there. For people with visual impairments or other disabilities, just getting close to the water was a struggle. They couldn't go near the lake, and they couldn't ride the boats. And on the other side of the lake, there are tourist places with shops, walking paths, and beautiful views. But many people were never able to visit them. It wasn't just the physical barriers that hurt people, it was the emotional feeling too. The message was clear: this place is not for you. They were left out, not by words, but by design. They were told, without speaking, that they didn't belong. It felt unfair, it felt lonely, but even in this unfairness, some people had hope. They believed that everyone should be able to enjoy Fewa Lake, no matter who they are or what their abilities are. They believed that the lake should be for all. This belief became the beginning of a new journey. A group called the Independent Living Centre, or CIL, believed in change. They saw the problems, but they also saw the possibilities. They believed that beauty should be shared, that nature should not have limits, that access is not a special gift, but a basic right. They didn't just complain, they took action. They began talking to people in the community, to people with disabilities, to families, to local leaders. They collected stories and listened carefully. They asked, what is stopping people from enjoying this lake? They met with engineers, city planners, and tourism groups. They explained how the design of the lake area made it impossible for many people to join in. They spoke to people in power. They asked them to imagine being left behind while others enjoyed a boat ride. They asked them to feel what it was like to sit alone while others explored. Slowly, step by step, the idea of change began to grow. Together with supporters, CIL began making plans. They showed that with the right design, the lake could be made more welcoming. They pointed out the stairs and paths that needed to be improved. They suggested new ideas, not just for access, but for dignity. They worked with local builders and officials. They measured, planned, and designed a better way for everyone to reach the water. It took time. There were many meetings and many discussions. But slowly, things started to happen. A new ramp was built. It was wide and smooth. It gently sloped down to the lake, so people could walk or roll without fear. It had railings for safety, and space for wheelchairs to move freely. There were signs added for direction. The path was clear and safe. For those who are blind or have low vision, special guiding paths were placed to help them walk with confidence. Even the boats were changed. Some were redesigned with flat entrances so wheelchairs could go on board easily. Boat staff were trained to help people with different needs. They learned how to assist safely and respectfully. This was not just about building something new. It was about opening a door that had been closed for a long time. It was about making people feel seen and respected. Now, people who once had to sit far away can go down to the water. They can board the boat. They can enjoy the cool breeze and the beautiful view just like everyone else. And on the other side of the lake, there is a popular tourist destination. Before, many people could only look at it from across the water. Now, they can go there, too.